Hi, my name's Marbeth Dunn, and I want to speak to you today about the Vibranz laser pens that are just so amazing and healing. And yeah, we have the purple one too. But I'm going to talk to you about my experience with the red and green lasers. So first I'm going to share my screen so you can see what happened to me over the last few months. So the beginning of December, I took a fall and landed on a tile floor directly on my left elbow. Now I'm a lefty, and it was incredibly awful for me because I couldn't use my left arm at all. So you can see it's dislocated. This x-ray was actually taken a few days later because the initial fix did not work. And then I went to the emergency room, and they discovered that not only was it dislocated, but it was fractured. Two of the bones were fractured. And so they called in the surgeon because they could not they could not set it in a way that the bone would stay in place. And so I had to go into the hospital. I had surgery, and this is what I woke up to after surgery. I was in a state of shock. I could not believe it. I had pins that went directly into the bones. They had to have it, he explained to me, so that the bones would heal correctly in place. Not only that, but I would have to wear it for 6 weeks. And if it didn't heal within the 6 weeks, I would have to wear it another 6 weeks. So you can imagine it was so uncomfortable. After they took the bandages, this was what I had for most of that time. And it was definitely very painful. It got worse. And I didn't know how I would be able to survive another 6 weeks. So I used these pens, these laser pens, and I used them on the elbow a lot. You know, with this contraption, I was able to move the arm. He wanted me to move the arm. I specifically used the red and the green lasers, and I used them quite a bit. So then last Friday, I went in for surgery, and I was a little trepidatious because I did not want to have another 6 months of that awful contraption, although it was pretty wonderful because it did aid in the healing. But I woke up and I did not have it anymore. But I still had to keep my arm very dry. He would not let me get my arm wet. I had nurses coming to the house to change the bandages. So this was Friday when I came out of the surgery, and I went to the doctor yesterday. 3 days later, yesterday was Monday, and look what happened. The holes healed up within 3 days. He was stupefied. He could not believe it. He wanted to know what I did. I told him about the lasers, but he couldn't wrap his brain around it. He thought it had to be because he was a great surgeon, and maybe also because of the bandages that he used. But I know that it had to do with the lasers. Look at it. Look at it. I was able to take a shower today for the first time in 7 weeks. And these are the reasons for the healing. There they are, my beautiful, beautiful laser pens. I'm so grateful, just to be able to, and I'm still using them, just to help with the healing, the internal healing, the structural healing. I am using these lasers and I love them. They are wonderful. They really speeded the healing. I know it, and I'm really happy to share that. Thank you, Vibranz.